Hello my accountancy friends. Welcome to this 13th lecture on the topic of admission of partner. Practice problems we are solving, and now I will be solving the 9th question. Up to 8th question you have solved almost all the different varieties of adjustments which can come in examination. So now my work is little bit less. Discussions may be repetitive, but most important, we need to do the practice properly. The small changes which may happen in adjustments are in relation to how to adjust the closing balance of capital account. Question number 7 and question number 8, which we have solved already in the previous two lectures, you will find that there either cash was brought in or cash was withdrawn by the partners. Sometimes the basis was the total capital of the firm after making adjustments, after making all adjustments, or sometimes the basis was capital brought in by the new partner. But from today we will consider one more adjustment, that the partners will not be bringing in cash or taking away cash if their capital is not according to their profit sharing ratio, but partners may adjust the amount in relation to capital either in their current account or in their loan account. So that is the new type of adjustment which we are studying. So instead of cash, the entry will be posted in current account, or instead of cash, entry will be posted in loan account. How the things will be done, let us try to understand it today. Okay, so let me go to the next question. These are all the questions which you have solved. You must be very proud of yourself that you have solved such lengthy questions, difficult questions. And yes, in the previous question I had told you that I'll be giving this numbering system. Please check the last part of previous video. There I had given this numbering. I had expected you to prepare the numbering on your own. Please check this numbering whether it is properly done by you or not. Okay, so let me start with today's problem now. Question number 9. Following is the balance sheet of the firm Triveni Traders as on 31st of March 2019. Before I start with the problem, let me disappear from the screen so that you can concentrate properly. Narmada and Godavari are partners of the firm who share profits and losses in the ratio 3:2 respectively. So the old profit sharing ratio is 3:2. On the liability side we have creditors, capital of Narmada and Godavari. So liability side is relatively easy as compared to the earlier two difficult questions which we have solved. There is no general reserve, no workman compensation fund, no investment fluctuation fund. So it's a very easy side or easy problem from liability side point of view. On the asset side we have cash at bank, building, machinery, furniture, stock and debtors. Again, asset side is also relatively easy. There is no P&L account on asset side, no advertisement suspense account on asset side, no RDD below debtors on the asset side. So the liability side and asset side of the problem are giving us a kind of easy picture. Let us consider next adjustment. They take Kaveri into partnership on 1/4/2019. The terms being Kaveri shall pay rupees 4,000 as her share of goodwill, the amount to be retained in business. Kaveri shall pay rupees 4,000 as her share of goodwill. So new partner is bringing her share of goodwill in cash. That means it's a premium method, and under premium method we generally pass two entries: cash account debit to goodwill account debit to old partners capital account in their sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice ratio will have to be calculated by us. They have already told you, or in adjustment number 2 it is told that Kaveri's share of profit is 1/4. So we already know the old PSR 3:2, and in the second adjustment they are telling Kaveri's share of capital, share of profit is 1/4. So we can find out the sacrifice ratio. Next part, the value of goodwill is already given by them, and the value of goodwill is not the value of firm's goodwill, but it is the value of the share of new partner. So that is also being taken care of. She shall bring rupees 12,000 as capital for 1/4 share in the future profits. So what is the amount of capital to be brought in by Kaveri is also given by the problem. Again, there is lesser difficulty for us. The firm's assets were to be revalued as under building 24,000. The original value of building as per the balance sheet, is 20,000, and we are expected to make it to rupees 24,000. That means the value of building should be increased, appreciated. It is a profit. Profit should be transferred to revaluation account credit side. Machinery and furniture would be reduced by 10%. So machinery 28,000, it should be reduced by 10%. Provision of 5% on debtors is to be made for doubtful debts. So we'll have to create a RDD. And stock is to be taken at a value of rupees 20,000. So 16,400 rupees stock should be raised up to rupees 20,000. Rest of the money will be considered as the amount of appreciation and it will be transferred to revaluation account. Adjustment number 4, the excess of capital and Narmada and Godavari. Excess of capital of Narmada and Godavari over their due proportion of sharing profits in the new firm. New firm means new PSR is to be transferred to their respective loan account. Now I would like you to pay proper attention to this adjustment. The language of this adjustment is little different as compared to the earlier two problems which we had seen. In question number 7, they had clearly mentioned the capitals of all the partners are to be in new PSR, taking old partners total capital as a base after adjustment. So the basis was total capital of the firm, that too total capital of the firm by considering only old partners, that too total capital of the firm by considering old partners only after considering all adjustments after admission. That is capital brought in by new part, the goodwill adjustment, revaluation adjustment and all. So question number 7 was considering the basis of old partners total capital after adjustment and dividing it in new PSR. Question number 8 specified the capital of Adil and Samir, that is the new partners, to be adjusted after taking Raju's capital as base. That means the old capital of the total capital of the old firm is not taken as a basis, but new partners capital is taken as basis. And they are clearly telling you that basis should be Raju's capital and ratio should be new PSR. But take the case of our problem, they are only telling you the excess of capital of Narmada and Godavari over their due proportion of sharing profits of the new firm. That means they are telling that new PSR you should consider excuse me, is to be transferred to their respective loan account. It is to be transferred to their respective loan account. That's a very good thing. So cash में adjustment करने का नहीं है, cash मध्ये adjustment करायची नहीं है. No adjustment should be made in cash account, but adjustment should be made in loan account. But most important thing, what is the basis? Should we consider the basis of total capital of the firm after making all adjustments like question number 7, or should we consider capital of new partner as a basis just like at question number 8? Although in question number 7, in question number 8 and in question number 9 the way of dividing capital is new PSR, that is constant in all the 3 questions. The basis for the purpose of using PSR, new PSR, is different. In question number 7, the basis for using new PSR is old partners total capital as a base after adjustment. In question number 8, the basis is Raju's capital, that is new partners capital. In question number 9, what is the basis? That is not told by us, that is not told by the problem. Now what should we do? That is the point to be kept in mind. Otherwise the problem is very easy, because there is no general reserve, there is no investment fluctuation reserve, and then there is no workman compensation reserve, no RDD, nothing of that sort, no fictitious assets on asset side. Everything is easy. But the important point is adjustment number 4, because adjustment number 4 is appearing to be somewhat similar to question number 7 and 8, but it is not telling you what is the basis. It is telling you the ratio. Ratio should be new PSR, because they are saying due proportion, that means ratio of sharing profits, new PSR of the new firm. New firm means new PSR. So ratio is known, but ratio to be applied on what? What is the basis for application of ratio? That is not known. So that is the point of this problem which I am going to discuss. So let me write down the observations first, and after writing observations then we are going to draw the ledger accounts which are necessary to solve this problem. What is the first observation? Old PSR is equal to 3:2. Next, second observation, who is that? Kaveri. Kaveri is admitted for 1/4 share. Third one, goodwill and capital, or I'll say capital and share of goodwill. Capital and share of goodwill is brought in by Kaveri. Share of goodwill is brought in cash by Kaveri. That means it's a premium method for recording goodwill. Next, goodwill is not withdrawn, so it is retained in the business. Next, no existing RDD. And last one, capital of all partners to be in new PSR, but the basis of capital is not given. And last one, adjustment of capital is made in loan account, not in cash account. Okay, I hope everybody is writing these observations. These observations help us to create a route to ensure that we are not losing the track of the problem and we are getting the problem solution correctly. In examination, don't write these observations. These observations are only for you and me. In examination, you can keep the observations in your mind and go on creating the steps for you. Okay, and then now what have they asked us to prepare? Profit and loss adjustment account. Okay, so now the problem has changed the name. See, profit and loss adjustment account and revaluation account are two names of the same account. Profit and loss adjustment account and revaluation account are two names of the same account, so you can use any name whatever you like. However, if the problem is specifically telling you to prepare revaluation account, then in examination circumstances, please give the name as revaluation account. If the problem is telling you to consider the name profit and loss adjustment account, then in examination, you should use profit and loss adjustment account as the name of the solution. In real life, you can use these names alternatively. Whatever you want that you can use in real life. In examination, please look into the question. Whatever the question has asked, that name you should give. If the question has asked to prepare revaluation account, please give the name of revaluation account. If the question has asked to prepare profit and loss adjustment account, please give the name of profit and loss adjustment account. Okay, chalo. So you will require 8 lines for, let me change the name, profit and loss adjustment account. I'll have to call it okay, P&L adjustment account. 6 to 8 lines. And then partners capital account. Yes, partners capital account 6 to 8 lines. Narmada, Godavari and Kaveri, balance sheet of the firm. And then working note number 1, calculation of ratio, almost 6 to 8 lines. Working note number 2, cash or bank account, again 6 to 8 lines. And goodwill account, again 6 to 8 lines. Okay. And then there is a special working note which we are preparing, that is calculation of capital. Remember, in this problem, calculation of capital is going to be adjusted, not in the cash and bank account, but it is going to be adjusted in the loan account, because that is the clear instruction, and the basis is not given. So that point we are required to identify how to solve that situation. Okay, so pause the video, draw the account, and after drawing the account, resume the things. I hope now you have drawn the things and you have started the solution with me. First step, open necessary ledger accounts over. Second step, transfer of assets and liabilities. Look into the transfer of assets and liabilities. Creditors 49,600. I don't think there is any adjustment for creditors. There is no adjustment for creditors. Building, machinery, RDD and stock, but there is no adjustment for creditors, so we can take creditors directly, balance sheet, liability side, outer column. In partners capital account, we should first of all write Narmada, Godavari and Kaveri. Then we'll write creditors, and amount of creditors is rupees 49,600. So you can check here 49,600. Next part, partners capital account should go to old partners capital account credit side. Buy balance brought down 28,000 and 28,000. So buy balance brought down, and Kaveri's balance is 0 because she is a new partner. Now asset side, cash at bank 4,000. Let us go to our working note. Cash at bank they have specified, so we'll call it as cash at bank account. To balance brought down, and amount of cash at bank is rupees 4,000. So I'll consider here 4,000. Next, building 20,000, balance sheet asset side. I think there is an adjustment for building, so we'll write building in the inner column. There is adjustment for machinery, there is adjustment for furniture, there is also adjustment for debtors and stock. So all items are going to be written by us in the inner column. Okay, building 20,000, machinery 28,000. Building 20,000 and machinery 28,000. Building, machinery are complete. Okay, building 20, machinery 28. Furniture 1,200, stock 16,400. Furniture 1,200, stock 16,400. So I'll write here furniture 1,200 and stock 16,400. Debtors 36,000. So debtors 36,000 inner column. What was the amount? Debtors amount was rupees 36,000. Okay, 36,000. So we have completed second step also. First step, open necessary ledger accounts, complete. Second step, transfer of assets and liabilities, complete. Capital account will go to capital account credit side. Creditors having no adjustment, so directly outer column of balance sheet liability side. Cash at bank account is having its own separate account, so cash at bank account debit side. All other items of asset side, if they are having adjustment, inner column. If they are having no adjustment, outer column, so that is also being taken care of. Okay, so good one. Second step is over. Third step, capital brought in by new partner. Capital brought in by new partner is given in adjustment number 2. She shall bring rupees 12,000 as capital for 1/4 share in future profits. So 12,000 rupees is the amount of cash brought in by her for capital. Entry is cash or bank account debit to Kaveri's capital account. So cash or bank account debit to Kaveri's capital. Amount of capital she has brought in is 12,000, and we'll go to partners capital account credit side 12,000, partners capital account credit side 12,000 by bank account, and amount will go to Kaveri's column 12,000. Okay, first step, open necessary ledger account, complete. Second step, transfer of assets and liabilities, complete. Third step, capital brought in by new partner is complete. Next step, goodwill. Goodwill is brought in by Kaveri, so it is a premium method. That means there are two entries, cash account debit to goodwill account and goodwill account debit to old partners capital account. In their sacrifice ratio, it is necessary for us to calculate a sacrifice ratio. Let me go for that. Sacrifice ratio, working note number 1. Old ratio is 3:2 and this is 1/4. Okay, very good. Working note number 1. Step 1. Kaveri's share is equal to 1/4. We already know the answer. The answer is going to be old ratio only. Step 2. Remaining balance is equal to 1 minus 1/4 is equal to 3/4. Step 3, new ratio is equal to remaining balance into old ratio. So first one is Narmada, remaining balance is 3/4 into old ratio is, what was the old ratio? Old ratio was 3:2, that means 3/5 and 2/5. So we'll consider into 3/5. So 3 into 3 is equal to 9. 9 upon 20 is the new ratio of Narmada. Then Godavari, her old ratio was, sorry, her remaining balance for her also 3/4 into her old ratio was 2/5. That goes to 3 into 2 is equal to 6 upon 20. Okay. And now Kaveri. Kaveri will specify 9 pieces are given to Narmada, 6 pieces are given to Godavari. So 15 pieces are already distributed. Out of what? Out of 20 pieces. So 5 pieces are still remaining. That means 5/20 is Kaveri's ratio. And that is what is the same thing whatever we had promised her. We had promised her 1/4 share. 5/20 and 1/4 are one and the same. Okay, 5/20 and 1/4 are one and the same. So new ratio is also correct. What is the new ratio? 9 is to 6 is to 5. Next, step 4, sacrifice ratio is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. Now we already know that sacrifice ratio and old ratio is going to be same because only new partner share is given, and what is the sacrifice done by which partner is not given. In that case we are knowing that the old partners make sacrifice in their old ratio. So sacrifice ratio and old ratio should be same. So let us check now. Narmada, her old ratio was 3/5 and her new ratio is 9/20. That means it is necessary for us to multiply the first part of the equation by 4. That comes to 12/20 minus 9/20 is equal to 3/20. Narmada, then Godavari. Godavari is 2/5, her old ratio, minus her new ratio is 6/20. So first part of the equation should be multiplied by 4. That goes to 8/20 minus 6/20 is equal to 2/20, and that's why the sacrifice ratio is 3:2, which we were already knowing that it will have to be coming as 3:2. Okay. Now let us pass the entries. How much is the goodwill brought in by our new partner? Kaveri has brought in goodwill of rupees 4,000. So cash account debit to goodwill account. Amount is rupees 4,000, and goodwill account credit side by cash or bank account, or you can say by bank account, 4,000. Next entry is goodwill account debit to old partners capital in their sacrifice ratio. So to Narmada capital and to Godavari capital, and the ratio should be 3:2. That is the sacrifice ratio. So 4,000 to be divided in the ratio of 3:2. 4,000 to be divided in the ratio of 3:2. So divide 4,000 by 5. 4,000 divided by 5, that goes to 800. 800 into 3, that goes to 2,400. I am assuming that you are making calculations on your own. Please don't copy from the screen. That is not a correct method. If you want to score good marks, if you want to develop your speed, it is necessary for you to make your own calculations. Okay, so 4,000 divided by 5 into 2, that goes to 1,600. Next part. So I think goodwill account is telling there is no tension, there is no opening balance to goodwill account, so we are already out of this situation now. But yes, second effect of this 2400 and 1600 is yet to be given. Where to give the second effect? It will have to be given to partners capital account credit side by goodwill account. $2,400 and $1,600 and dash. Okay, so first step, open necessary ledger account over. Second step, transfer of assets and liabilities over. Third step, capital brought in by partner over. Fourth step, goodwill, that is also over. Fifth step, revaluation of assets and liabilities. Building rupees 24,000. Original building is rupees how much? Original building is rupees 20,000. That is to be made as 24,000. So they are telling us what is the amount that should be taken in the outer column. So 20 should become 24. There is appreciation of 4,000, and machinery and furniture to be reduced by 10%. So they are telling us how much is the amount should be in inner column. 10% to be deducted in asset, that means it's a loss, so it should be considered to revaluation account debit side. Okay, so I'm repeating again, building from 20 to 24 and machinery and furniture 10% reduction. Let us go to the balance sheet. Building will specify outer column 24 they want. That means in inner column we should go for adding 4,000 rupees. And then for machinery and furniture we are going to deduct 10%, so I'll say less. Depreciation, or you can say reduction, no problem. And how much it is? 10%. So that goes to how much? 28,000 minus 10%, that is 2,800. So find out what is the amount remaining. Please quickly calculate. 28,000 minus 2,800, that goes to 25,200. Okay. Next, furniture. Furniture is less depreciation, 10%. That is again 120. Let us go to the outer column. 1,200. Please make your own calculations. Minus 120, that goes to 1080. Please do not copy. Okay, 1080. Next, let us give second effect of all these adjustments. Building account credit side, sorry, revaluation account credit side by building 4,000. Now in this problem, revaluation account is called by us as P&L adjustment account. Okay, why are we changing the name? Given a chance we would have kept it as revaluation only, but problem has asked us to rename it as P&L adjustment account, so we are calling it as P&L adjustment account by building. Then on debit side to machinery. Examination, you will have to use the name given by the problem. Real life you can use whatever name you want, either revaluation or P&L adjustment. In examination, if no name is specified by them, then we will use revaluation account. If you remember first question and second question, journal entry questions, there the problem was silent about ledger accounts, so I had given the name of revaluation account because that's a small name, it is easy to write, and there is a greater chance of no spelling mistakes also. Okay, so chalo, let us start. Furniture is 120 and machinery is 2,800. Okay, so 2,800 and 120. Next point, stock is to be taken at a value of, provision of 5% on debtors is to be made for doubtful debts. So debtors, there is a provision of 5%, less from debtors, RDD, how much percent? 5%. 36,000, last zero cancel is 3,600, that becomes 10%, but we want 5%, so half of the same, that goes to 1,800. Okay, so I'll say 36,000 minus 1,800. 36,000 minus 1,000 is equal to 35,000 minus 800 is equal to 34,200. 34,200. Okay, next part. The second effect of the same, RDD is a loss, it will be transferred to our revaluation account or P&L adjustment account debit side to RDD, and amount of RDD is 1800. Next point, and stock is to be taken at a value of rupees 20,000. So let me go to stock outer column, 20,000. In the inner column I'll specify we were already having 16,000 rupees stock, and without purchasing anything new we are going to change the value of the stock to 20,000. That means the value of stock has gone up by rupees 3,600. 3,600 is the appreciation. That means it will have to be considered as addition, appreciation, which is the balancing figure in this problem, not given by the problem. 3,600. Appreciation is in a profit. Profit should be transferred to revaluation account or P&L adjustment account, as you call it. So I'll call it as buy stock, and amount is 3,600. Okay, so all the adjustments are over. Very good. First step, transfer, open necessary ledger accounts, complete. Second step, transfer of assets and liabilities, complete. Third step, capital brought in by new partner, complete. Fourth step, goodwill brought in by new partner, complete. Next one, revaluation, complete. Next one, close revaluation account, find out profit or loss, transfer it to partners capital in their old profit sharing ratio. Old profit sharing ratio. I hope everybody is in a position to understand the same. Okay, so let us take the total. 4,000 plus 3,600 is equal to 7,600. 7,600. I think credit side is heavy. 7,600. We'll have to find out the balancing figure here. I think I'll require one more extra line. Let me reduce a line from partners capital account so that I'll get sufficient lines for P&L adjustment account. Just a moment. Yes. And this partners capital account I'll shift it downwards. Okay, so now 7,600 is the total of credit side. Let us find out the balancing figure. From 7,600 we are going to deduct 2,800 and 120 and 1,800. Whatever remains is 2,880. This 2,880 is to be considered as the profit to be transferred to old partners capital only. Who are the old partners? The second partner was Godavari, the first partner was Narmada, and we'll write to partners capital. And that will have to be divided in which ratio? It will have to be divided in their old ratio. What was the old ratio? Old ratio was 3:2. I hope you have not forgotten the same. Old ratio was 3:2. So 2880 to be divided in the ratio of 3:2, that is divided by 5. 2880 divided by 5 into 3, that becomes 1728. Now generally when this kind of thing happens in exam, we lose our confidence. Whenever the last digit of the answer is 0 or 5, we start feeling that probably it is a good answer, it's a correct answer. But whenever the last digit of the answer is like 1728 or something like that, that is 8, 4, 3, 2, anything other than 0 and 5, then we start losing confidence. But don't worry, if you have performed the steps properly, then your answer is going to tally at correct amount only. So don't worry about the same. Okay, next is again 2880 divided by 5 into 2, that goes to 1152. So I'll consider here 1152. Okay, now I had told you many a times that we are supposed to consider amount column as right aligned. That's the method in which accounts are written. Text column left aligned, amount column right aligned. Don't forget it. These are all presentation requirements of 12th standard examination, and not just 12th standard, any accountancy examination. Always these are the presentation requirements expected from every student. Okay, so I'll write here by. Now be careful, don't write by revaluation account. You call it as P&L adjustment account. The amount is 1728 and 1152. Okay, 1728 and 1152. Next, Next logic says that close partners capital account, find out balance, because our if you remember our 7 steps which I had taught you, admission of a partner first lecture. Those of you who have not yet seen the first lecture, please check the first lecture. Okay. 7th step tells after closing revaluation account, finding out profit or loss, transferring it to the old partner's capital account in the old PSR. 6th step is over. Then 7th step is close the following accounts and transfer them to closing balance sheet. Cash, partner's capital, partner's current, goodwill and closing balance sheet should tally. While considering this 7th step, I have not taken into account any adjustment for capital to be brought in new PSR. But in our problem, it is clearly told by them that capital should be brought in new PSR. That 4th adjustment which we had still not discussed, excess of capital of Narmada and Godavari over their due proportion of sharing profits of the new firm is to be transferred to their respective loan account. So we need to find out, we cannot just close partners capital account, we cannot just transfer it to closing balance sheet. We'll have to find out whatever is the closing balance of capital account, is it necessary to keep this much capital balance, or are they having extra capital? If they are having extra capital, it should be transferred to loan account. That is what something which we are required to do. Okay, so let us find out now what is the capital balance of Narmada and Godavari and Kaveri. Then let us find out what is the expected capital they should have, what is there and what is expected to be there. Difference we will transfer it to loan account. Then we will find out the closing balance of partners capital. Then we will transfer it to balance sheet, and then the balance sheet will tally. So don't be in a hurry. Don't just close capital account and find out balancing figure. First, prepare the working note. Write down total credit after adjustments. Deduct from that total debit after adjustments. Whatever you will get is balance after all adjustments. Then find out expected capital, and then find out how much is the adjustment to be made for the purpose of loan. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, very good. So let me go away. Let me go to working note number 4. Very good. Here I'll specify total credit after all adjustments. Total credit after all adjustments. Okay. What is the total credit after all adjustments? 28,000 plus 2,400 plus 1,728, that goes to 32,128. So I'll write here 32,128. What about Godavari? Godavari's capital is 28,000 plus 1,600 plus 1,152, that goes to 30,752. 28,000 plus 1,600 plus 1,152 is equal to 30,752. We'll write it in Godavari's column, 30,752. Last part, Kaveri, only credit side, only one item is there, 12,000, so we'll write here 12,000. We know the new PSR. New PSR was how much? New PSR was, we had calculated 9:6:5. Let us write it down here. New PSR is 9:6:5. Next is less total debit after all adjustments. And if you have seen the capital account properly, you will come to know there are no debit adjustments at all, because nothing is withdrawn and no other debit is appearing, because there is no loss in revaluation also. So I can say debit is 0. Whatever is the total of credit, that itself becomes the balance. So for me it is easy to copy and paste. You will have to write it down. Remember, I'll call it as balance after all adjustments. Then we are required to find out what is the expected capital. Expected capital as per new PSR. And what is the new PSR? New PSR we had just now written in the heading also. New PSR is 9:6:5. Sir, but what is to be the basis? since the problem is silent about basis, we can look at the sentence formation of the problem. There it is mentioned that Kaveri shall pay rupees 4,000 as her share of goodwill and the amount to be retained in business. She shall bring rupees 12,000 as capital for 1/4 share. So this sentence is going to be our guide. This sentence is going to be our pole star. This sentence is going to show us the direction. Okay, she shall bring 12,000 as capital for 1/4 share. So for 1/4 share, that means for 5/20 share, her capital is going to be 12,000. So I can call it here as 12,000. This is going to be our basis. 1/4 means 5/20, and for 5 rupees profit she is going to bring 12,000. Then for 6 rupees, how much would be the capital? So we are going to specify 12,000 into 6 upon 5, and here it will be 12,000 into 9 upon 5. I hope everybody has understood the idea. In short, I can specify when the problem is silent, what should be the basis for the purpose of deciding partner's capital. I am repeating again, when the problem is silent about what should be the basis for deciding partner's capital in new PSR, and new partner's capital is given and new partner's profit sharing ratio is given. Two conditions: new partner's capital is given and new partner's profit sharing ratio is also given, and the problem is silent about what basis should be taken. We can safely assume that the basis can be new partner's capital, because he has come recently in the partnership firm and he is demanding that for so much share I am ready to bring this much capital, or since I am bringing this much capital I want so much share. Now we know for 5 rupees if 12,000 capital is required, then for 6 rupees how much capital Godavari should have kept in and how much capital Narmada should have kept in the business of partnership firm. Okay, so this is how we are going to do. Shall I repeat for one more time? I am repeating for last time for everybody. Number 1, new partner's capital amount is given. Number 2, new partner's profit sharing ratio is given. Number 3, old partner's capital is required to be new PSR, but the basis of new PSR is not, basis of new capital is not given. Then new partner's capital and new partner's PSR can be the basis for the purpose of calculation. So let us make the calculation now. 12,000 divided by 5 into 9, that becomes 21,600. 21,600. Look at the second hero or heroine, Godavari. 12,000 divided by 5 into 6, that is 14,400. And Kaveri is the starting point, so there is no difficulty. Then I am going to specify expected capital should be 21,600 and 14,400. You can see the amounts. Their capital is already very high. The balance of capital which we have calculated is 32,128 and 30,752. That means there is no capital to be adjusted by adding the same, but we will have to deduct the capital transfer. If nothing would have been mentioned, then we would have considered that Narmada and Godavari are withdrawing the capital in cash. But it is clearly mentioned by the problem. Look at the adjustment. The adjustment says sharing profits of the new firm is to be transferred to their respective loan account, not to cash account. That means it will have to be transferred to the loan account. So let me consider now the amount to be transferred to what? Transferred to loan account. Okay, so let's transfer TRANSFERRED, transferred to loan account. 32,128 minus 21,600. 32,128 minus 21,600. So I can say 10,528 rupees will have to be transferred to loan account of Narmada, and for Godavari it will be 30,752 minus 14,400. So that becomes 16,352 for Godavari. Kaveri loan is not required, so we can consider a dash, and nobody's account is required to be specifically added by using transferred from loan. So transferred from loan account is dash and transferred to loan account is known to us. Is it clear to all of you? Any difficulty? Okay, very good. So now we know 10,528 and 16,352 should be transferred from the capital account to the loan account. Capital account credit side, lot of money is there. It will have to be transferred to the loan account. So what I should do is I should write it here to loan account. Nothing is transferred to Kaveri's loan. Now let us take the total. Since the total of credit side has not changed, no new items have come on credit and debit side, we can take the total here itself. Total credit after all adjustment is 32,128 and 30,752 and 12,000. Let me go back here. I'm writing the totals. Okay, and since there is no change, I can consider the same amount on the debit side also. And then I'll write here to balance carried forward, and the balance we already know now. The total is there, and how much is to be adjusted is also known to us. So what must be the closing balance? Expected closing balance is achieved by us. That is 21,600 and 14,400 and 12,000. These things are balancing figure, so I'm considering encircling them. Yes, and this similar encircling is also necessary here, but not for 3 different accounts. It will be for only 2 accounts because Kaveri's loan is not there. I hope everybody has understood the concept. After the lecture is over, I'll be adding a separate slide or separate screen to give the numbers, which particular line was written by me first and afterwards. You can do the numbering on your own. Let us not invest the time now separately for this purpose. Okay. Now many students can do this particular thing. Many students do these things nicely. They are not making any mistake, and then they remember also that this balance of 21,600 and 14,400 and 12,000 to be written in balance sheet liability side. So let me write down 21,600, 14,400 and 12,000. 21,600, 14,400 and 12,000. Very good. 21,600 and 14,400 and 12,000. The totaling is 48,000. So very good, no problem. Up to this point, no problem. And many students reach up to this point. But what they forget is they have not yet given the second effect. They have not yet given the second effect of the loan account. If in the partner's capital we are saying on the debit side to loan account, it means there is a loan account which is getting created. We have prepared P&L adjustment account, we have prepared partners capital account, we have prepared balance sheet, we have prepared cash at bank account, we have also prepared goodwill account. We have not prepared loan account. So partners capital account debit side, if you are mentioning to loan account, then this amount of loan account must be there. That loan account must have got credited, and then it should come in balance sheet now. But since we have not prepared loan account, there is a chance that some of you may forget the same, and that is a dangerous thing. So we'll have to be very careful that loan is a loan of the partner. It's a liability for the partnership firm. We'll say partners loan account. Partners loan account. Because capital account is debited, that means loan account is credited, and credit means liability, so it will have to be considered in balance sheet liability side. Who are the partners whose loan account is there? Narmada and Godavari. And what is the loan account we have calculated? The loan account calculated is 10,528 and 16,532. 10,528 and 16,532. Okay. So we can take the total of the same. 10,528 and 16,522. 10,528 plus 16,352 or 532? 352. Okay, 352. Correct. 352. That is 26,880. This adjustment, if you are not posting, there is a greater chance that your balance sheet may not tally, and in examination you may lose your confidence. So please be careful. In the partners capital account, if you are writing debit side to loan, that means loan account credit side the posting will come, and loan account is not having any opening balance, only one adjustment, so the adjustment will become the closing balance. Capital debit, that means loan will be credit. Loan is credited, that means it will be considered on balance sheet liability side. Okay, so P&L adjustment account is closed, partners capital account is closed, loan account is also closed, goodwill account is also closed, cash at bank account is pending. Let us consider cash at bank account. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8 plus 12 is equal to 20,000. I'll consider here 20,000. I'll call it as buy balance carried forward 20,000. I'll put it from here, and balance I'm going to consider in balance sheet asset side 20,000. ले लो हरि का नाम, कर लो बैलेंस शीट टैली. हो गया टैली तो बजाओ ताली, नहीं हुआ टैली तो खुद को देना गाली. ओके, सो 20,000 प्लस 24,000 प्लस 25,200 प्लस 1080 प्लस 20,000 plus 34,200 is equal to 1,24,480. And let us consider liability side. It is 48,000 plus 49,600 plus 26,880 is equal to 1,24,480. So here we are telling the problem. Next question is also tallied. This question was quite easy as compared to the earlier questions. The point to be kept in mind is about working note number 4. I think I'll write down a small note for you so that it will be easy for you to write down or remember. A small note, please write it down. For adjustment of capital, the problem has instructed to use PSR in new firm, that is new PSR. However, the problem is silent about the basis of calculation to use new PSR. Full stop. Since the new partner's capital and his new PSR is given, and the problem is silent about basis of calculation, comma, new partner's capital PARTNERS and his PSR can be used as the basis. Okay, I hope everybody has understood the note. Please write down the note properly so that it will be easy for you to remind yourself afterwards in exam. This is the point to be kept in mind in exam, used properly in exam. Okay, so thank you very much for being with me to solve this problem. In the next lecture I am going to consider one more problem. Totally I am considering 13 questions which are from your government textbook. Okay, so thank you, bye bye.